pessoal, muito bom dia, Namastê, Jai Shri Mataji. Você que está começando a nos acompanhar agora nas meditações diárias, é muitíssimo bem-vindo. Eu sou a Valéria, falando aqui de BH. Já convido todos a buscarem uma posição bem confortável aí no lugar que você escolheu. Suponho que já tenha a chama de uma vela purificando o ambiente, a foto da Shri Mataji que você escolheu e mandou imprimir, emoldurou com muito carinho, com muito cuidado, incenso, flores. Isso agrega valor ao ambiente e facilita interiorizar a nossa atenção, porque a atmosfera está leve ao nosso redor. Vamos olhar a chama da vela, observar o seu movimento, a luminosidade desse poderoso e misterioso elemento fogo. É o mesmo fogo purificador da nossa Kundalini, que nesse momento já se prepara para subir ao longo da nossa coluna vertebral, melhor dizendo, ao longo da nossa medula espinhal, bem no centro dele, num canal muito fininho, e nós vamos ajudá-la fazendo os movimentos vibratórios com o máximo de atenção e cuidado. Os 7 bandhas, tendo cuidado de passar a mão por cima da cabeça para desenhar o arco de proteção de cada um dos nossos chakras. Vamos continuar prestando atenção na respiração, tendo cuidado de observar se essa respiração é profunda, isto é, se ela abrange também o baixo ventre. Nós pedimos, Mãe Divina, por favor, nos dê uma atmosfera propícia para que possamos fazer uma meditação profunda. Guia, por favor, a preparação que iniciaremos agora. Para isso nós vamos seguir algumas dicas de Shri Mataji. Abre aspas. Ao amanhecer, levantem cedo, tomem banho, tomem chá, não falem de manhã, sentem-se e meditem, porque neste momento chegam os raios divinos, o sol chega depois, assim acordam os pássaros, assim acordam as flores, todos eles acordam assim. E se vocês forem sensíveis, se sentirão no mínimo 10 anos mais jovens pelo fato de levantarem cedo. O caminho mais simples para acessar os seus pensamentos é dizer o Pai Nosso. Pai nosso, que estais no céu, santificado seja o vosso nome. Venha a nós o vosso reino, seja feita a vossa vontade, assim na terra como no céu. O pão nosso de cada dia nos dai hoje. Perdoai nossas ofensas, assim como nós perdoamos a quem nos tem ofendido. E não nos deixeis cair em tentação, porque vossos são o reino, o poder e a glória para todos sempre. Amém. O Pai Nosso ou o mantra Shri Ganesha tem o mesmo efeito. Dizer eu perdoo também tem o mesmo efeito. Eu perdoo. Eu perdoo. Eu perdoo. Isto funciona bem. Assim, vocês atingirão o estado de consciência sem pensamentos. Agora, meditem. Fecha aspas. Vamos ver se conseguimos nos deixar envolver pela meditação com essa preparação simples. Vamos lá para o centro do nosso cérebro, deixar a nossa atenção repousar no nosso Sahasrara, levemente, suavemente. Vamos ignorar todas as preocupações, ignorar cada pensamento que vier. Shri Mataji segue dizendo: pela manhã não sigam nenhum método, nenhuma técnica, nada. Não movam muito as mãos pela manhã. Vocês descobrirão que os seus chakras se limparão durante a meditação. Vamos nos entregar à meditação, pedindo a ela que então purifique todos os nossos chakras. Mãe, eu me entrego a Ti. Acho que conseguimos atingir um estado de atenção plena para assistirmos Shri Mataji falar um pouco sobre o amor.
By the divine. For example, if I know only my head, that is not sufficient. If I know only my neck, that is not sufficient. If I know only my legs, that is not sufficient. But the more I know about myself, the more dynamic I become, the more expansive I become. And all the great that existed, or all the people who were called as great, are great because they lived in many humans. I feel that warmth in the atmosphere as you are feeling, because you know they are not foreigners, they are your brothers and sisters. There are so many stories in Puranas like this that I will not name it, but once two brothers met in a jungle. But they thought that they were enemies and they wanted to fight with each other. And when they came to blows, they couldn't hit each other. Then they took out their arrows. The arrows wouldn't work. They were quite surprised at this. And when they asked each other, "Who is your mother?" they found out mother was the same. And then they realized that they were not foreigners, neither enemies, but they were made of the same fiber. What sweetness, what beauty that knowledge has given them. And what security of understanding that everywhere in the whole world we have brothers and sisters who are on their inner being, on their divine, and how we are bound together with that love. When I talk of love, people think that I am trying to make you weak people. Because people think those who love are weak. But the most dynamic power in this world is that of love. Is the most aggressive power is that of love. Even when we suffer in love, it is out of our strength that we suffer and not out of our weakness. For example, there was a teacher in China who used to teach the cocks how to fight. And the king of that place took his cocks to that teacher and told him that you please teach them how to fight. After one month, when the king went to take those cocks with him, he was surprised that the cocks were just silent, doing nothing. And he told the teacher that, what have you done to my cocks? They are not at all aggressive, they are not doing anything. How are they going to fight it out? There's going to be a race. There's going to be an exhibition of their strength. And what are we going to do about it? He said, you just take them. He took those two cocks with him and put them in the arena where there were other cocks who had come to fight. These two cocks were very nicely standing. All the other cocks started coaxing and torturing. They were just standing and looking at them. All the other cocks were surprised at their behavior and thought that they were very powerful, and they all fled away. The love that I'm talking about, the divine love, makes you not only strong but dynamic. Is the greatest luminous power that we can think of. Only when love is surrounded by growth and is lost in the growth, it looks as if it is weak and under chains. The time it is released, the dynamic power of love can transcend all the evil powers of the world. When people get their realization, automatically the ego drops out, to a great extent I should say, because you say that the vibrations are passing. You don't say that you are giving. Because the dropping of the ego, sometimes it happens that you feel that whatever you wanted to have, you've got it, and you better not talk about it. When there is any opposition from anywhere, you shun it and sit away from it. You don't want to face the opposition of any negative opposition, whether it is by speech or even by evil methods. We run away from that thinking, oh God, how are we going to face? On the contrary, a person who is negative, who has got hatred, becomes pismoid, they call it, means a person who talks. Such a person starts talking big. He thinks he's above everybody else. He can befool all the world. He takes a responsibility on himself. He starts a big ashram or some big place where he sits down with all his ignorance and starts spreading his knowledge, the so-called, to people. By his methods, people get impressed and they all go and fall at his feet. While the realized sits at home quietly, wondering what are these fools doing. But it is not now for the realized to sit down and to wonder and laugh at the foolishness of the people who are not yet realized. Not even to take pity on them, but to come out. Come out with the sword of love to win the whole world. It is very, very essential. If the creation has to be saved, then you are not to keep mum about it. All the wrong ideas about love, all the falsehood about love has to be given up. One must know that it is the dynamic power. And it won't allow you to sit comfortably with yourself, enjoying the peace and the bliss, when the rest of the world is not enjoying that and is playing into the hands of the evil geniuses who have come in this world to destroy and to bring the satanic realm on this earth. Now the days are gone when the people had to suffer. Christ suffered for us. Of course, Christ never suffered because he never suffered. He never wept. He was like those cocks, a very powerful personality. But today is the day to brighten up your understanding about your own strength, that is. Those who are gross should worry about their insecurities and their problems and their organizations, but not for the people who are realized. I have told you many times, and today he also remarked, that you should know you are never alone when you are realized. There have been many people who have been realized before even you were born, who exist, who are anxious to help you at every moment. In our Shastras, we call them Chiranjivas, you know them. They are people who are Niranjanas. As he said about Bhairava and Hanumana, all these people exist and they are waiting just for a call from you.
Mãe Divina, por favor, estabiliza em cada um de nós esse poder dinâmico do amor. Nós vamos agora nos entregar à nossa Kundalini, deixar que ela cuide de nós. Com um fundo musical bem suave de uma canção que toca profundamente o meu coração e me leva para o Sahasrara. Essa canção também fala de amor.